So we're just gonna give it another minute so people can log on. I'm gonna set my mood here. Whew. What a week, right? What a week. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Everyone is safe. Thinking of you all, holding space, realizing. Now, I'm going to say this while I'm here. So, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday, right? That's where we are. We're on Sunday. What a week. What a week, but we made it. We're here, right? We are here. I hope everyone is healthy. I hope you are safe. I especially hope that you know that you are loved. I hope you know that you are loved and you are cared for. I am holding space for each one of you through my meditation, through my day-to-day. Hi, Carrie. How are you? So I'm holding space for each one of you as we take on, these challenges that we're facing. I hope that everything is well. So I'm going to give it another minute or so, and I know that people have been doing the playback, which is great. I would like to see you guys in here. So, and sorry I haven't been really good about posting that I'm going to come on live, but my intention is always to be present in here for you on Sundays at 11, unless otherwise noted. So today we're going to get into a really fun practice. I've been working on something and I want to share it with all of you. So hopefully, whether it's right now or, on the playback, that you take a moment to find some time for yourself on the mat. All right, so we do need 2 blocks today. We are going to be going into camel pose, a modified version. So just make sure you have 2 blocks to start, and you can utilize the blocks and any other props, throughout your entire practice. Just because I'm using it for one particular thing does not mean that you cannot use it for the other parts of the flow. So hop on your mat, get your blocks, and let's get ready. You're going to start laying down on your left side. Let's start on your left side, okay? So, excuse me. Still got a little something in my throat. All right. So, we're going to start laying down on your side. And so you're going to get down as carefully as you possibly can. And I am going to extend this left arm out and kind of lay the left side of my face onto my left arm. And if you've been in my class, over the few weeks that we were all together, I do this. So it is where we are, where you're thinking that we're going. So coming to lay your head onto your arm. You're going to bring your knees close into your heart. So not super far, just as much as your belly allows. And then I like to rest my right arm on my right leg. So just being here for a few minutes, eyes closed, jaw relaxed. Kind of really feel like you're melting into the earth, surrendering into the earth. Making sure that your hips are stacked on top of one another. Feet are close into the body. You have a natural curve in your spine. You're going to separate your jaw and lift your tongue to the roof of your mouth. You're going to widen your collarbone. You're You're going to slightly lift your head. You're going to take 5 breaths here. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Exhale. Sorry, that was my Alexa. Play meditation music.
Sure. Here's a station for you. Meditation on Amazon Music.
And then we are going to start to lift this right knee. This right knee here, we're going to lift it off of your left and then gently bring it down. Let's do 7 more. So lift, you're just lifting, you're keeping it parallel with your left knee, and you're just lifting and releasing. That's 3, 4, and try not to like scoot your bum out and add a curve to your spine. So that's 5, I think, 6, and 7. So now from here, you're going to lift the leg off, but you're going to keep that right toe onto your left foot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should feel like the right glute is now activated. Sorry, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, so extend your right leg out, keeping the left knee bent. You're going to tap, lift, tap, lift. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep it lengthened out. You want to reach, point and flex the foot. Point, flex, point, flex. With a flex foot, you're now going to bend the right knee, bring it up towards the heart, and then extend it back. Bring it in for 2, extend, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Extend it out. You're going to lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Bring it back to parallel, and then bend at the knee, grab hold of the ankle, stretching out that right quad. And just take a moment to just feel, not a pinching or a pulling sensation, nothing where it's painful. 3 P's, pinching, pulling, or painful, you want to avoid. So you just want to feel a nice stretch of the tissues and muscles that are there. And then gently let it go. Don't fling the leg. And then from here, we're going to bring that right knee back to come and rest on the left thigh. And I'm just gonna, the glutes are activated and warming up. So I'm just gonna give a little bit of love and kindness to that right hip, to that IT band, and even to the quad. And then I'm gonna come and roll onto my back. So now laying on your back, you're going to walk your feet in. And if you have your block nearby, you could use this. I like to use it because my knees do tend to splay out a little bit, so I want to really engage. So I'm just going to bring it in between my knees. I'm going to place one hand on my heart, one hand on my belly to begin, and I'm just going to breathe here. I'm going to to take about 3 deep breaths. Keep squeezing the block if you have it in. I'm going to release it all, and now I'm going to do a few pelvic tilts. So I'm going to tuck the pelvis, right? Very small movement here, and release, okay? I'm probably doing a lot more than I should, just so you can also see. You're going to tuck the pelvis, and then you're going to release, and then do a few rounds of that. You can even keep your hand on your heart as you do it to also refrain from your chest and anything else kind of wiggling around. So you really just want the pelvis tucking and releasing. I am still squeezing that block nice and hard. All right, then I'm going to temp my fingers onto the earth. Squeezing the block, I'm just going to lift my hips up, just warming up my spine. I did say our peak pose today is camel, so I want to warm up my spine from the beginning. Press into the earth, squeeze the block, lift the hips up. All right, I'm going to remove my block, and I'm going to come to lay on my right side. I'm going to take a little bit of a traveling situation here, just so I can stay in my frame. And then I'm going to come to lay on my right side. So, right arm is extended, right ear to right arm. Bring the knees in. Take a few breaths here. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm thinking of all of you, holding space for each one of you. Not an easy journey, but we got this. We can do it. Take a few breaths. All right, let's start with just lifting the left knee off of the right knee, keeping it parallel so it really doesn't go high. You can keep your left hand on your left hip. And then I'm going to place my left foot onto my right and start lifting. There you go. All right, I'm going to extend that left leg out. And I'm going to tap it down. Each one I'm doing 7, just so you know. Bringing it back in, left knee to heart. Trying to make sure that your right hip stays on the earth. You can keep your left hand on your hip, or you can bring it in front of you just to keep your balance. And then extend that left leg and reach it up. And then gently releasing it down, bending at the knee, grabbing hold of the ankle. Gently release. And bringing that leg back in. Give it a little bit of love. And then take your left hand, pressing yourself up to table pose. All right, so from here, we're going to take a few rounds of cat-cow. Okay, so we're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. You want to look in between your hands, keeping your spine nice and straight. Really pressing into the earth. Tops of the feet are on the earth. Knees are about shoulder distance apart. and we're gonna take on cat-cow. So we're still warming up the spine here. So we're gonna lift the heart, lift the chin, give a little bit of an arch in the spine, and then you're gonna tuck your tailbone, drop your chin to your chest, hollow your belly out, really press into the earth, and then inhale. Do a few on your own. At your own pace, take it nice and slow. Again, we're warming up the spine. Peak pose, camel pose. Lifting the heart. Take a few rounds. Make sure your spine is nice and straight. Is nice and straight as you're doing this. And yeah, and just making sure you're bringing your chin to your chest, warming up the back of your neck, and lifting your heart through as you're doing cow pose. Yeah, so chin to chest, lifting your heart. You can feel that beautiful stretch. Lift your chin, push forward, hollow the belly out. Nice. Now do a little bit of tick-tock with your hips side to side, just moving it right to left. Okay, so right to left. Extend that right leg back behind you. You want to still make sure that your spine is nice and long. So I'm not dropping into my belly. There's no arching happening in my back. I'm tucking and lifting out of my spine. Okay. So keeping that leg extended, I'm going to reach that left arm forward. Neck is in line with my spine. And then I'm going to lift that right leg off of the earth, keeping my spine nice and straight. Gently releasing that left arm onto the earth, bending at the knee, spine is still nice and straight. Press into the earth with the palms and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg out. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently releasing it back down. Give a little tick-tock of the hips, side to side. And we'll take it to the opposite side. Extending that leg out, back behind you. Pressing into the earth. You can maybe even warm up the calf. I didn't do this on the other side, but just feeling it right now for my left side, probably because I took a few dance classes yesterday. Yes, I'm really pressing and pushing forward. All right, from here, extending that right arm up. Head is in line with the spine. Gaze is towards the earth. Start to lift that left leg up. Activate your core. Reach, reach, reach forward. Feel like you're being pulled in two opposite directions. Gently release that right hand down. Bend at the knee. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that left leg back behind you. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently let it go. Push back into a wide-legged child's pose. Melt into the earth. You can bring your forehead, if it's available, you can bring your forehead onto the mat. If you need a block, you just place a block there. And really melt into the earth so you can sense, we're still warming up. Feel it out. If you need to rock side to side to kind of get into it, do so. Listen to your body. That's the most important thing, throughout this whole thing. Listen to your body. Take a few breaths here. So this is a very passive. My elbows are on the earth. My glutes are to my heels. I'm letting my chest fall into the earth, letting everything just surrender. Take another deep breath in and let it go. Pressing into the earth, lift. So watch carefully. You're going to lift your heels and your feet off of the earth. You're going to drop your pelvis. You're going to lift your heart. You're going to take a little wave-like motion here. Still warming up the spine, coming back into child's pose. So as I'm pressing up, I'm curving my spine, lifting my heart, and I'm doing that pressing back as well. So lifting, curving, do it. So whoosh, whoosh, really coming through. So we always say mark the rainbow. That's kind of the same thing. So here you go. Take one more and then we'll meet in table. Excuse me. Tuck your toes. Press into the earth. Hover your knees. Hover, hover, hover. Tuck your pelvis if you can. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Release. Release the top of the feet. Okay? Tuck your toes. Hover your knees. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Press into the palms. Press into the palms. Start to straighten your legs for your first downward dog. And again, take what you need. Making sure to walk your feet into a nice wide-legged downward dog. Even though this is our first one, just kind of make your way to more of a wide stance. Really pressing the earth away, looking towards the big toes. Nice long downward dog here. Lifting the hips, you can bend the knees, straighten the knees, bend the knees, straighten, bend, straighten. Press the heels onto the earth. Press the palms into the earth. Lift the hips up. Beautiful. Now start to walk your hands back to meet your feet. You're in a wide stance. We're going to a wide-legged ragdoll pose. Bend your knees. We're still warming up. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Chin to chest, rock side to side. Letting it go. Letting it go. Release the hands. Slowly come up. Head is the last thing to come up. Whew. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Just shake it out. Do what you need to do. Roll the shoulders. Yeah, roll the shoulders might be nice actually. That's speaking to me. So yeah. Sorry, let me just grab a sip of water. My throat. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting over something, so bear with me. All right, from there, you're gonna come to face, and I did this just for you guys, but you're gonna come to face the wide part of your mat. I put another mat under, so you can see that. So we're going wide and we're going long. You're gonna come with your feet shoulder distance apart to start. So let's take a moment here in a mountain pose. And we're gonna reach the palms forward. You're going to slightly bend the knees, just a slight bend. You're going to lift your heart away from your throat. You're going to breathe. So imagine yourself on this beautiful mountain, just overlooking a vast forest. Breathe in the fresh air on that mountaintop. Breathe in those beautiful trees. Now start to play. What's your season? What is your season? Mine is fall. I love fall. So I'm looking out into this forest and there's these beautiful colors on the trees. The air is crisp. You can use my visualization if you like. You can have your own. You can have your own. To me, there's a slight chill in the air, and I slightly hug myself in and soak in the beauty of a sunset. That feels nice. Slowly bringing myself back. I'm going to bring my heart, my hand to my heart, and one hand to my belly. I'm going to breathe it in. And exhale. So you have an option here. You can blink your eyes open, or you can keep your eyes closed and come into chair pose. Coming into chair pose. Really press into the earth with your feet. Arms are reaching up. Tuck that pelvis in. Lift up out of the core. And exhale. Lower your arms a little. Yeah, so it just drops your shoulders down. Hold here. Not my favorite pose, but it's the one that I definitely need the most. So I'm trying to sneak it in every way I can. Really also start to engage the inner linings of your legs. So what that means is you're going to squeeze. Act as if there's a block and you're squeezing in, and you should feel it in your glutes also. Whew. And then we're going to come to rest. Release. Widen your stance. Widen your stance. A little wider than shoulder hips distance. And then you're going to make sure that your knees are pointing forward. You're going to come into a squat. Okay? And you're going to reach your arms forward this time. Really actively pressing your knees away from each other, making sure that they don't collapse in. Dropping the hands, shoulder level, and you're just reaching out. There we go. Breathe. You got this. Really press into the earth. Take a moment here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up out of it. Next one, widen your stance. Turn the toes out. Okay, knees are going to push out. We're going into a goddess pose. Don't think too much about this pose. It's still really early, but we're just really engaging those quadriceps here. So you're going to bend the knees and you're going to lift your hands and goal post. Okay, tuck the pelvis under, press into the earth, lift your heart, lift your chin, take a deep breath. Knees are pushing back. Push those knees back. Active. Lift up out of the core. Breathe. Smile. So many things to do. Really press into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Walk it all in. Take a deep breath. Make your way close to a wall. I'll wait here for a moment. And we're just going to stretch the quads. Yep. Just going to take a moment to stretch your quads. You can extend it out. I want to take a few swings, a few rotations. And you'll do the other side. You'll flip. Grab hold of the ankle. Release and swing. Rotations. Now let it go. All right. So meet me back here at the front of your mat. Actually, I'm going to do it on the wide side so you can see. So you're at the top of your mat. You are going to inhale your arms up. Exhale your fold. Bend your knees. Coming into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Half salutations. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, we're going to step that right leg back behind us. We're going to lower the knee, untuck the back toe, and we're going to walk our hands up for a low lunge. Okay? So here, you are actively pressing the right foot down while you're pressing this left foot down. There should be engagement in the inner linings of the legs. Inhale the arms up. Take a deep breath. Goalpost arms lift the heart. Inhale the arms up. Let's do 3 more. Lift the heart, goalpost arms. Extend the arms up. Bending at the elbows, lift the heart. Extend the arms up. Really pressing into that right knee is going to keep you balanced. And last one there. Bringing the hands to meet the front foot. We're going to rock forward and back. My little flow here. Forward and back. All right, really pressing into that knee. Getting that left knee over that left ankle. Pushing the hips back. All right, from here, walk this left foot out. It's juicy hips time. You're going to walk it out. Press that right hand into the earth. You're going to circle. Circle. There you go. Circle. Circle. Let's do 2 more. Then when you're here, you're going to press into that knee and you're going to start to push that left knee open. Breathing here. And you're going to step this left knee back. Bring it in. Tuck the toe. Hover the knees. Downward dog. Take a deep breath. Pressing into the earth. Inhale. Bring that right leg up this time. Bring it through in between your hands. Walk that back foot a little bit behind you. Untuck the toe. Release the top of the foot onto the earth. We're coming into low lunge. Find your balance. Inhale the arms up. Take a breath here. Breathing. Bending the elbows, lifting the heart. Bending the elbows, lifting the heart. You can hold it here for a moment. And then reach it up. Let's do 3. Just like before. 2. Last one. 1. Inhale the arms up. Release the hands to meet the earth. Rock forward and back. Really stretching that hamstring. Feeling a nice, beautiful release for any tightness. Pressing the hips forward and into the earth. I'm feeling this in my left quad. Extending. I'm feeling it in my right hamstring. And then I'm going to start to walk the foot out. And we're going to add a few circles. A little rock and roll here. Alexa, play meditation music.
Here's a station for you. Meditation.
I don't know why it keeps turning off. It didn't do that before. Take one more circle here and then walk the foot out a little bit further. Really press into it. Pressing that right knee away from you. And then bringing the hand back is going to help keep your balance. Bringing that right hand back onto the earth. Going to slide my foot, my right leg back in. I'm going to tuck the toes, hover the knees, lift the hips. I'm going to breathe here. I'm going to take about 5 rounds of breath. So. All right. Dropping the knees onto the earth. Don't think I forget about you guys. I think about y'all a lot. I'm going to lift my heels up off of the earth. We're going to press into 10 push-ups. Do as many as you can. I trust y'all, so make sure you guys are continuing to do your push-ups. And we're going to go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up. I cheated a little. I pushed up before I was supposed to, but it's okay. Push back into child's pose. With the palms. Really sink in. Walking the hands over to the left, letting the right hand rest on top of the left hand. Feeling a nice long stretch on that right side body. Breathing, maybe peek under the right arm, the right shoulder. And then walking your hands over to your other side, letting the hand rest on top of the other. Feeling a nice long stretch on the side body. Let it go. Pushing yourself up to table. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Downward dog. We meet again. All right, we'll walk it out here. We're going to inhale that right leg up. All right, so inhale that right leg reaches up towards the ceiling, keeping it in line with the hips to start. So it probably won't go far. Mine is not going far right now. And then I'm going to start to lift it, give a little bit of an arch in my back. I'm going to open up my hips, so I'm bending that right knee. Take a few circles. 4 and 5. Then I'm going to extend that leg out again. Now I'm going to bring that right knee to my right wrist. Letting it rest on the earth. Okay. I'm going to untuck the toe of my back foot. Right now I'm just kind of sitting up, really feeling where I am today. Just kind of feeling out where I am, how I'm feeling. All right. And if you're able to get your foot out here at more of a 90-degree angle, great. Do so, do whatever you need. You can grab a prop if you need to. See, I have this little blanket here, towel. I have it rolled up. So what I would do is I would just kind of place it right under. So now it's getting a little bit of support, which is nice. I like to keep my back foot tucked. I just feel a little bit more stretch in my hip flexors and my quads as I'm doing this. I'm going to start to walk my hands down. And I start really easy. If you feel comfortable just folding completely over, do so. I just like to take my time in this pose. I really do. I like to take my time and see how my body's feeling, see what areas might need a little bit of love. Like right now I'm sensing my left hip is lifting up. So I'm gonna focus my energy to dropping that right hip closer onto the earth. I'm engaging my belly. My neck is in line with my spine. And then I'm going to start to fold my hands. Right now they're in fists. I'm going to just release my neck. My forehead onto my hands. I'm just taking this very slow. And I'm really pressing that left hip down. I'm going to start to untuck my toe of my back foot, letting that hip draw a little further down. Breathe in here, actively pressing that left hip onto the earth. And slowly make my way out of this. Walking my hands in. Tucking the toe, lifting that back knee up and out. And inhaling, I just bring that right leg up. Exhaling, I release it down. Finding a moment here for my breath. And shifting my hips right to left. Releasing my toes and my heels onto the earth. Bending my knees, pressing my right foot into the earth. I'm going to inhale the left leg up. Same as we started, just trying to keep it in line with my hips. And bringing it up a little further, bending at the knee. Circles here. And then extending the leg back behind me. Then bringing that left knee into meet my left wrist. Taking my little prop here. Tucking it under. Releasing my toe. And same thing here. I'm just going to take this really slow. I'm going to first kind of figure out where my body is today. Alright. Start to walk myself down. Kind of get into like this little Sphinx pose with a Sphinx meet pigeon pose. And then slowly, I guess, into more of a crocodile position here. Really making sure that our right hip is pushing towards the earth. And then I'll slowly start to release. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Really making sure that right hip is pushing into the earth. And then I'll slowly come out of it, pressing into my hands. Removing any props. Tucking my back toe, lifting my back knee. Press into the earth. And then start to lift that left leg up. And then slowly releasing it down. Alright. Bending the knees. Lifting the hips. Alright, from here, keeping your stance in downward dog. Alright, we're just going to do little knee taps. So, press into the earth and reach for that left knee with the right hand and opposite. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, walk the hands in. Hold here, bend the knees, straighten the knees, walk the hands out. Bend the knees, straighten the knees, walk the hands in. Bend the knees, straighten the knees, walk the hands out. Bend the knees, straighten the knees. Last one, walk the hands in. Bend the knees, straighten the knees. Last one, out in downward dog. Bend the knees, straighten the knees, drop the knees to the earth. And you're going to come to sit in hero's pose. All right, reach for your blocks. Reach for the blocks. So, like I mentioned, we are pretty much working towards camel pose. All right. So, we're going to do this a little bit of a modified version than a full camel. Blocks are going to be placed behind you, outside of your foot. You'll make different colored blocks. And I'm going to tuck my toes. And for a moment here, and if you want a little bit more cushion on your knees, you can place your blanket if you like. You can do so. I am tucking my toes, really stretching those muscles. So let's actually take a moment to really stretch these muscles that we don't always get to stretch. So I'm really just sitting here with my toes tucked. And it might be a little difficult for some people, and that's okay. Releasing them every now and then. Maybe playing around, giving little circles. If you haven't taken Carrie's class, Carrie does these really great ankle warm-ups. I love them. So maybe check out hers on the East Meets West YouTube page. So that's really nice. So tuck the toes. And then we're just going to lift the hips up. Okay, we're going to lift the hips up. And then we're going to sit back down. So lift the hips up. Sit back down. Lift up. You're pressing into your toes. Hips are pressing forward. Your headlights are aiming forward. Sit back down. Extend the arms up. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower. 3, 2, 1. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Lower. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Up. Last one. 3, 2, 1. We're going to lower. You're going to squeeze the inner linings of the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Untuck the toes. A little bit of work, but you'll thank me later. Okay. So now we're going to tuck your toes. We're going to lift the hips up. And now you're going to reach that right arm back behind you and reach that left arm up. Okay? And now you're going to just switch. Switch. Pushing your hips forward, keeping your toes tucked. Gaze is up. Taking a deep breath and exhaling. Do a few rounds. When you've had enough, let it go. Okay? Next one. You can also keep the blocks a little bit higher if you like. So we're going to extend both arms back behind us this time. Let's practice. Bringing your hands onto your blocks, you're going to lift. 1. Release. 2. Release. 3. Release. 4. Release. 5. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. So that was done with with the tops of your feet onto the earth. This time, tuck your toes. Lift up. Okay? You want to start with reaching that right arm back behind you. Look for your block. Reach that left arm behind you. Find your block. Lifting your heart. Pushing your hips forward. Space between your chin and your heart. Lift. Squeeze your inner linings of the legs together. And then just gently release. Untuck the toes. Take a breath. That might have been a lot. I felt it. All right. Let's do it one more time. So you can bring your blocks up to the highest level. Tuck the toes. Coming onto your knees. Take a deep breath in. If you want, you can also push the hips forward. Reach back behind you. Sometimes you're going to need to just figure out where the block feels comfortable. And then reach the other one behind you. Take a deep breath in. And gently let it go. Coming into child's pose, extend the arms forward. Release. Shifting the hips right to left. Interlacing the arms back behind you. Lifting the heart. Lifting the chin. And letting it go. That took a little bit of work. And that's okay. All right. From child's pose. Wait, no, I'm sorry. We made our way up. So from hero's pose, so you're sitting, coming onto table. Tick-tock the hips, right to left. Let's just stretch out that spine one last time. Planting the right hand onto the earth, inhaling that right arm up. Modified needle pose. We're just going to extend that left hand under the right, giving a little twist to the body. Hips are still in line. Head is looking towards that left hand. And then we're going to take that left arm back up, bring it through. You're going to just scoop it under. And then you're going to inhale that left arm back up. Scoop it under. Inhale back up. Scoop it under. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, scoop it under. All right. Inhale the arm up. And gently bring it back onto the earth. Other side. Inhale that right arm up. Scoop it under. You're going to tip the fingers of the right hand. Press into the earth. Look towards that right hand. Really press into the earth with the left hand. Now inhale that right arm up. Scoop it under. Inhale up. Two more after this. Last one. And inhale, bring it up. Gently placing the hand onto the earth. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees off of the mat. Straighten up into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Lift the hips. Bend the knees. Come to a seat. All right. Last round here before we rest. You guys have been working super hard. So you can keep your feet separated as wide as you want. You're going to bring the hands behind the knees. Tuck the pelvis. Lift the knees. Lift the feet off of the earth in line with your knees. Bring your heart through. Feet are flexed. Stay here. Take a breath and exhale. Exhale. Gently release it down. Just give myself a little press forward. I'm going to come back a little bit more. I'm going to bring the feet up. If you want, you can extend the legs up. Taking a breath here. You can keep your knees bent. Gently releasing it all down. Extending the legs forward. Dandasana. Take a breath. Shifting the hips right to left. Feet are flexed. Inhale the arms up. Nice long spine. Hinge forward. Reach your hands forward. Look forward. Do not drop your head. Exhale. Keep looking forward. You do not need to go and fold all the way down. If this is where you're comfortable, do so. We're just kind of stretching out that spine. And release. Dropping the head. And slowly bringing it back up. Bringing the hands down. Coming onto your back. Hugging the knees in. Rocking side to side to begin. And then coming to find your happy baby. Extend the legs up. Hug that right knee into your shoulder. Extend that left leg down. Bringing that right knee into the right shoulder. Take a deep breath. Exhale, you're going to extend that right leg out. Bending at the knee, extending the leg up. With control, gently lowering it down. And switch. Bringing that left knee in. Into the left shoulder. Extend the leg. Bringing that left knee in, close to the shoulder once more. Extend the leg up with control, lowering it down. Letting everything go. You can take out any wiggles, you can get any props, you can maybe swing your legs around to your wall. All right, swing it around, bringing the legs up to the wall. Take a moment here. Breathe in here. All that work, all the intention that you put into your practice, all the kindness you gave to yourself. Finding joy and happiness, something that you've accomplished for yourself today. Breathing into that. Take about 3 more breaths on your own. And when you're ready, wherever you are resting, just slowly coming out of it and finding a seat on your mat. Resting the hands on the thighs. eyes closed, jaw relaxed, maybe lifting the tongue to the roof of the mouth to eliminate any scrunching of the forehead. Rolling the shoulders up towards the ears and then down back body. Lifting up out of your sides. As always, thank you all for showing up, for making this time for yourself and for the beautiful life. Hands to heart center. We'll close out with one Om. Inhale. Namaste, friends. Thank you. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If not Sunday, then another day. Whatever it may be. Again, as always, if you have any questions, if there is anything you need, feel free to reach out to me. I hope you are all doing well. Constantly thinking of all of you. Constantly just wishing light and peace in your life. I am still planning on doing this as we go forward. Hopefully everybody's doing well. If you want something more postnatal and not too active, maybe like a shorter flow, let me know. Reach out to me, post it in our page if that's what you want, if that's what you're seeking. I know a lot of my mamas have given birth, and you are all very busy right now, so I completely get it. I will continue to be here for you as much as I can. If there is a time that I can't hold a class, then I will let you all know. So again, if there is anything you need, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. And yeah, let me know if you guys have questions. Guys, this is a great group to be a part of. We have some amazing mothers here and soon to be mothers. So if you have questions, if there's anything, any conversations you want to have, please feel free to share it here. Thank you again. Be blessed. Thinking of all of you. Stay safe and healthy.